In a rose garden, you are never alone. And I don't even mean when no other people are around. When you take a moment and have a look, slow down, you will find out that there is life everywhere, help, movement, and companionship. Let me show you what I mean. Welcome back. Hi, I'm Sonia, and my passion is to grow roses. More than 200 I've planted in my garden, and I love every one of them. And they are beautiful and elegant, but they need care. Me personally, I really like to use as little chemistry as possible and look into the nature to find some help as much as I can. And I have friends in my garden. Some of them I can see, some of them I can hear, and some of them I know that they are there. But all of them provide me a company. Let me speak about my 5 favorite ones. Let me start with the smallest friend. Ladybugs are so wonderful companions in your rose garden. And I really think they look somehow like flowers themselves with this red back and the small dots on it. And you know, in Czech Republic, we call them slunečko sedmitečné, which means in translation something like sunshine with 7 dots. And this is a wonderful name, I think. But ladybugs are not that innocent at all. They are predators in beetles' world, and their favorite meal are green flies, the biggest enemy of every rose lover. Green fly actually sucks power from your roses, and they are usually around the soft parts of a rose, around the rose petals and fresh leaves. And without a treatment, your rose can be really damaged or stop blooming because they suck all the power that is going into the bloom. And a lot of rose lovers use chemistry to remove them. And you can remove them for sure also manually, which I do as well. But if a ladybug becomes your ally, the work is much easier. And there is one thing that a lot of people do not know. Ladybug grubs are even better than the ladybug adults. The grubs cannot actually fly, so they stay on your rose. And they are very hungry in this stage of their life, so they eat all the green flies and stay there as guardians so that the green flies will not come back. Some garden friends are not that visible in the garden. Hedgehogs, wonderful animals that sleep throughout the day and go for a hunt in the night. And I do remember them from my parents' garden. As a child, I was sometimes really scared because they make sometimes such louds in the garden in the night as if someone would go through the garden, someone strange. Today I rarely see them, but I know that they are here. That's why actually in winter and early spring, I check all the piles of old leaves before I remove them, because someone can sleep beneath it. And I've caught 2 of the hedgehogs on a date some time ago, and with Lucy, who was investigating everything. And I think that she thought it's a little bit suspicious what they are doing here. So it was just fun to observe. But hedgehogs are really good pest controllers in your rose garden. They eat snails, slugs, and worms, the natural enemies in every garden. So even if you cannot see them that often, be sure if they are there, they help you, and I love them very much. Birds are wonderful companion in every garden, and in Rose Garden, I think they are simply great. You can see them, you can hear them, and they bring so much life into the garden. And I have a lot of great tits, blue tits and robins. They are sometimes very curious, to be honest, and stay near the place where I work, especially the robins, because they think probably that they are the first ones then when I turn around, and they can pick the worm from the soil. Birds help with green flies and a lot of insects that can damage your roses. But how do you attract them? For me, it's very easy. You treat them as friends. You feed them in the winter, as I do, and provide them in the spring housing. And they stay. When they start a family, they usually do not fly that far away. So your garden can benefit every day from their presence. On the second place, I love bees as a companions. I love them so much. My dad in Czech Republic is a beekeeper, and he taught me a lot about their importance for natural ecosystem in every garden. And I try to help them by planting roses that are bee friendly and for sure nice and beautiful and elegant. But I certainly do think of bees when I search for the next rose variety. And they are very important for your garden if you want to have nice hips on your roses. But not every garden friend needs to help you. When you step into a garden, it's all about the atmosphere. So it's about the combination of beauty, sound, and fragrance that makes everything very magical. And birds and bees are really great companions in any garden to provide exactly that. And now, number one. For me, the number one is my dog Lucy. She's the best companion, always there. And it's actually hard to film her because every time I try, she understands it's showtime. She runs around the garden like a mad and just picks all the stalks and play with them in her way to help me. For me, it's a dog. For some of you, it may be a cat. A cat that comes to you when you sit down on a bench after your work and simply stay with you. And I really like all these companions because if you think the garden is something that teaches you how to care for your roses, for your plants, how to create beauty. But your pets remind you to relax and to enjoy. All these small and big companions actually make the garden complete. It's so good to have them in your garden. It provides you so much energy, sounds, and really good feeling. If you have a favorite garden companion, I would love to hear about that. Feel free to subscribe. And with that, thank you for watching, and I see you next time.